What's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm here in Plano, Texas for a very special event at the Toyota headquarters called HQ Confidential. Lots of 2022 unveils. I'm standing next to a very interesting one. This is a 2022 updated, upgraded Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. But before we get into this electric lime TRD Pro pickup truck, let's talk about what's going on here. TRD, those three letters, Toyota Racing Development. It seems to be more an evolution rather than a revolution when it comes to the Tacoma and that TRD Pro setup. Now, for 2022, they've been listening to some of the requests of people who really use their trucks to get through some of the toughest terrain that you're gonna find in the world. And Toyota really believes that the Tacoma TRD Pro is still gonna be that go-to instead of going down to a different location and maybe getting a Colorado ZR2 or that new Ranger Tremor edition from Ford. What's interesting is sticking to their guns, bringing that new equipment and technology. We also have a new TRD color. It's literally called Electric Lime, but don't worry, they're still gonna have the Army Green and the Lunar Rock colors as well. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this 2022 Tacoma TRD Pro and see, have these changes that they made added up to a bigger picture for this mid-size off-road pickup truck? Let's go ahead and find out with this 2022 Electric Lime Tacoma TRD Pro. Right off the bat, the color fits it to a T. I'm a big fan of Army Green, but I'm really leaning towards this new color for 2022. When you come to the headlight design, you'll notice that we got the LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps. Look at the way they brought that TRD badge that's gonna illuminate in there at night, looking really slick. We still got some fake venting up here and down in the lower corner, so we are gonna zonk that, but one thing I'm definitely not gonna zonk are the addition of the LED Rigid Industries fog lights. Now, it would have been even better if they used the actual Rigid Industries cube light system, kind of take up this whole area, but I do like the way they're bringing extra illumination in the form of those LED fog lamps. Now, as we come across the grille, you'll notice, of course, you have that forward-facing camera, really look at that off-road terrain. The way they do the gunmetal gray on the Toyota badge really gives it that aggressive look. We drop down, and of course, being full TRD Pro, you're gonna get those skid plates all the way down, and the great news is we're actually sitting 1.5 inches higher than last year's TRD Pro Tacoma. Up front, 1.5 inches higher, out back, 0.5 inch higher. So you're gonna get more ground clearance and still that great protection to get you through the terrain so you don't get stuck. You could pull out the ZR2s and the lesser trucks out of the mud and the sand and all that. But getting up onto the hood, you do have that TRD Pro hood scoop. I am gonna have to zonk it, not because of how good it looks, it's because it's not functional. Would be nice to bring some functionality, but the flat black with the addition of the new TRD Pro graphics with the map there, really loving the elevation map, looks the part and fits nicely, kind of breaks up the green just enough. It's like taking a knife and slicing that lime just enough to where it really makes sense. Now, when we come around the bend, here's some big things that make sense. We have an upgraded 16-inch wheel, TRD specific, obviously, wrapped in those wonderful Wrangler Goodyear off-road tires. And then look what we got. Like I said, they listen to you. You're gonna have that forged aluminum upper control arm, TRD engineered with, of course, your TRD springs. I love those touches. This is what people have wanted, and this is what they're bringing. And I just love those touches, but you have that 16-inch wheel, 265 on the width, and a meaty, super meaty 70 series sidewall. That's gonna allow you to grapple just about anything. Coming down the side, you got your flat black fender flares, working well with the green. For 2022, no more TRD Pro on the door. We now have the Tacoma name badge. Makes sense, this is a Tacoma. Have the Tacoma name badge there. You're gonna get color matched mirror caps, slim and trim on the turn signals. Overall proportions are great, and you can see that extra height. I mean, I could roll under this car if I wanted to. I don't want to, maybe you want me to, but I could roll under here very easily with that extra ground clearance. Working our way towards the rear, looking really good with those forged TRD wheels. And then as we come to the rear here, you'll notice we have that Nice, beautiful TRD catback exhaust. They said they retuned it to give a little bit more distinct sound, and stamped right in the actual bed. Instead of having a sticker, a graphic, we have the TRD Pro right there. Just that touch really shows the quality of this truck. And then as we wrap around back, now you're gonna get your TRD Pro blacked out badges. I like the way they filled in the Tacoma name with the flat black. And then working our way down, of course, 4x4. That's why you get this truck, is for the 4x4 quality to it. Full towing capability, allow you to use it just for about anything. And of course, the bed. That's what you're gonna use your truck for. Lots of space. On the passenger side, you're gonna notice that you do have your power source back here. So this is a nice extra touch, and these sliding adjustments that you could use for your tie downs really make life easy when you're about to leave and you got your dirt bikes in the back and you wanna head home. Kind of quickens up the whole process. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop that hood and see what's in store for us for 2022 and the Tacoma. All right guys, we got the hood popped. You do have a prop rod. I am gonna zonk it on a TRD Pro. Would be nice to have the hydraulic hood struts. And if you are hoping for more horsepower, you're gonna have to wait until next year, 2023 or 2024. But what we're looking at is that tried and true 3.5 liter V6, still pumping out 278 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque. It is still available, 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic. And like I said, you're gonna get that tried and true power plant that could go on and on and on. What's wonderful about that V6, it's naturally aspirated. Some of the competitors are moving over to turbocharged platforms, so nice to see that nice linear torque delivery. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what's in store for us for 2022. All right guys, we're inside this 2022 Tacoma TRD Pro. I know you want to find out, Joe, how much is this? How much is it, and when is it hitting dealerships? Gonna be hitting dealerships very soon. No official pricing unveiled yet, but I'm gonna suspect they're gonna be smart and keep it close to where the pricing is currently. But let's see what you're gonna be getting if you go the TRD Pro route. To the door panels, it does have that sort of neoprene wetsuit material. It's soft on the armrest, easy to clean. Everything else is gonna be flat black. We got the optional JBL sound system, and you do have a small door pocket. I am gonna zonk that because there's nowhere to put a burrito, a sandwich. No lunch items are going in the door panel, just your drinks. When you go from the door panel to the dash, would have been nice to have a TRD Pro somewhere here on the dash. You got this neoprene material, like I said, easy to clean. I am gonna zonk the dash though. It's as hard as a rock. What I'm not gonna zonk is I don't mind this beautiful 8-inch infotainment system. I know some people need bigger, and that's fine, to each their own. 8-inch infotainment system with obviously Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation. It's integrated super clean. Yeah, it's a little dated. We're gonna have to zonk some of this chrome trim, kind of dates the interior, but this definitely is nicely integrated, easy to use. We work our way down. You do have heated seats, dual climate control. You got your easy to use little twist knob here to go from 2-wheel drive to 4 high to 4 low, start stop button, and then you got a plethora of switches and buttons, especially to drop the rear glass. Nice to have that where you slide the glass, power assist. You got a 12 volt, and then you're gonna have wireless charging and 2 cup holders. This is gonna control that 6-speed automatic TRD shifter there. Would be nice to have the red in there so it kind of pops a little bit, but you do have your cup holders and your standard key fob. I am gonna zonk this key fob. I wish they would do something with their key fobs. It just feels like it's from 1990. But you do have an easy to clean armrest. It's just hard as a rock. Open this up. You could put all your rocks that you collected, that you crawled over with your Tacoma, just store them in here. Seats, you're getting the TRD Pro treatment. Embroidery, the stitch work, nice soft material, good bolstering, manual adjustments for the passenger. Over here on the driver, I have power assist. You do have a sunroof, and what I really want to feature is your crawl control. Remember, this has that crawl control feature where it's sort of like cruise control for off-roading. I love seeing out the windshield that nice bulge. You are getting some bulge in your TRD Pro Tacoma, but why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this 2022 TRD Pro. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. Being an off-road truck, it's nice that they have those Tacoma TRD Pro all-weather floor mats. That gives you an extra 5 horsepower. Each floor mat gives you an extra 5 horsepower. You do have your seat controls with that lower lumbar as you're rock crawling. Your chiropractor will be much happier about that. Steering wheel is just dated. It's just an old style steering wheel. The good news is everything is very familiar to get to, just not sexy whatsoever. When I think of TRD Pro, this is not what I imagine. So we're gonna have to zonk that. But the dash, it's old school. It does not have much digital. You only got a 4.2-inch digital display, analog tach, and analog speedometer. It's got a classic look and a classic feel. I'm okay with it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, this is part 1 of a 2-part series where we will be back with Toyota to do the full drive. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's wrap up this Tacoma TRD Pro. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience here at the Toyota headquarters in Texas. I definitely want to thank Zach and the rest of the crew with Toyota and Lexus for not only putting on the event, but also inviting Raiti's Rides and also you along for the ride. This Tacoma, they really keep evolving it and perfecting it step by step. I like the additions that they made, especially this electric lime color. You want to add it to your list. Is it worth it? You need to figure that out, but definitely going to be an eye catcher for sure going down the trails or just down the highways and byways. But if you want to keep seeing mid-sized trucks here on Raiti's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content, 2 ways to do it. Click the first link, become a Raiti's Rides Patreon member. Click the second link, get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She's loving this electric lime green. She wants to go get some Sprite just to quench her thirst right now. So thank you, Lori, for your hard work. Show her some love in the comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.